when you're talking about baseball, I mean, I've said this for 2 years. Terry Francona should have been your guy. Terry Francona, I mean, he got the Reds to the playoffs last year, and Terry Francona was, I mean, what else do you have to say? I mean, this guy has such a resume. This guy brings winning out of these guys. And when you've spent, going back to 2025, when you've spent a year and a half not winning, not playing to your potential, the answer shouldn't be, let's go to the rookie manager. It should be, let's find a guy that's going to, make a play. And, I think what ruined that more recently was the White Sox hiring Tony La Russa. But sure. I also don't blame the White Sox for hiring Tony La Russa.
Look at them now. Like it's not
Tony La Russa was, it was wrong place, wrong time, honestly, wrong roster. It's the same thing when when Juan Soto was a Padre. I mean, Bob Melvin was not meant to coach that team. I don't really know who could have got that team to be successful. Maybe Alex Cora, maybe, I don't even know, Dave Roberts. It would have taken the best of the best to get these guys to play that way.
The one thing I will say about the whole manager cycle is you brought up the White Sox. They had Grady Sizemore as their interim manager, and then they hired Venable, I think his name was.
San Diego Padre legend.
And this is the second season. I think he took over midway through last season. But and this is my one small defense on Albie, which is why I'm not completely sold off of him yet.
I'm not sold off either. But
neither am I. And it's because a guy like Venable comes in, he has half a season to know the players, understand their personnel, how they like to operate in the box, off the field, and you start to build that relationship. This first half of the season is kind of like Albernaz figuring it out. How they look post All-Star break, heading into the trade deadline, those final 3 weeks building up to the trade deadline, or 2.5 weeks, that will paint the whole picture as to whether or not this team is a playoff team or not.
100%.
And that's why, I made a tweet. I was like, Craig Albernaz is day by day losing me, and he is day by day losing me. But it's not like I'm one of those guys where I'm just so turned off by him, because I think his pedigree is very impressive. I like what he stands for. He's a family man. He's young. The players seem to want to play for him. They like him, but the production isn't there, which is why I'm waiting another month to make my decision as to whether or not I think Albernaz can lead this team back to the playoffs and to have playoff success. And I think these next couple weeks are going to be extremely telling. We have foreshadowed it throughout the whole entire season, Clay. The month of June and July are going to be the slum months for this Baltimore team. They're going to have to make it out the mud if they want to be successful. And right now, it's not looking like they will be. But I'm going to pump the brakes a little bit, because there still is optimism in the back of my head, because this team is so damn talented. I know they are.
Yeah, they are. That's what's so angry.
It just has to gel, how it did in 23 and the start of 24. But at the same time, we have now gone through 2 full seasons, half of 24, all of 2025, and now half of 2026. 2 full seasons of just sub 500 baseball.
Mediocrity.
But at what point do us fans say this team was one of the best teams in baseball for 2 years, and now they've been one of the worst teams in baseball for 2 years? What side are you taking?
Are you
taking the optimistic side or the pessimistic side?
Well, Tyler, I'm gonna play the pessimistic side, because
you kind of have to. You have to protect yourself.
Yeah, exactly. But we bring up Will Venable, we bring up the White Sox, and the difference between Will Venable and Albie, and I think Albie's going to be a great manager. I'm not questioning that. He's a rookie manager. He's going to make mistakes, and we've said that all year. We've foreshadowed that.
Bad mistake.
But the difference with Will Venable and Craig Albernaz right now is Will Venable is kind of in that Brad Pitt and Fight Club role, where when you have nothing to lose, you have everything to gain. The Chicago White Sox were meant to be barn
They're
burners.
hungry, bro. They're hungry.
They're a hungry young team fighting. These guys are
We had no
fighting to
hunger.
be Major League Baseball players.
We have
They
no
got
hunger.
26 guys fighting to be Major League Baseball players. The Orioles have 26 guys, and 16 of them have first-round pick
Trying to
or
get paid.
accolade next to their name. And it's these guys aren't hungry. And we talk about what's missing. Maybe it's hunger. These guys aren't hungry. These guys don't. Maybe winning isn't important to them. Maybe it's getting paid. Maybe it's whatever it is. They're not hungry.